Right now, round one of winter weather is done. Now get ready for round two. A look at what's coming this weekend.
Also, discussions on changing parts of Scyene Road continue, but for many, it is too little too late. What those who live on the street are saying. And later, a facility to help those with mental health issues taking another step toward becoming reality. You're watching News 3 Now at 6. You were hoping yesterday was going to be the last time seeing snow this month or maybe this season. Well, think again. More is on the way this weekend, and that could cause some travel issues for anyone traveling. An alert day is in the forecast, and for more on what we can expect, let's check the first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
Well, the good news, Charlotte, is this storm is not going to be as big as the one that came through last night, but the bad news is it's still going to probably cause travel problems. So let's take a look at that first warn weather alert day that we have in the forecast, mainly for Saturday night and Sunday morning, although some of the very latest computer model information indicates the snow might linger a little bit longer into Sunday. Right now, we're thinking about 1 to 4 inches of snow accumulation, with the heaviest amounts favoring areas north of Madison. This is kind of a map here, so maybe 3 or 4 inches up in Juneau and Adams counties, 2 to 3 inches from Madison up toward the Dells, and 1 to 2 inches from Madison southward. But all of southern Wisconsin will be affected by the snow. The storm from today has moved off to the east, starting to see some snow showers in South Dakota. That's the next weather system that'll be in here tomorrow night. Current temperatures right at freezing in Madison, 32 degrees also in Janesville. It's actually a little warmer to the north and west, 35 in Lone Rock, 33 in Camp Douglas, 34 degrees at the Baraboo Dells Airport. Here in Dane County, 32 in Belleville and Perry, 33 in Mount Horeb, and 33 in Waunakee. Look for mostly cloudy skies this evening. Not looking for any precipitation. Otherwise, it'll be seasonably cold as temperatures drop off into the upper 20s by late evening. Later on, we'll take a look at how much snow fell last night and the timing on the next system that'll be coming in for tomorrow night.
And stay up to date on the weather on our First Warn Forecast weather app. It has hourly forecast, road conditions, and the latest radar. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. Continuing coverage out of Oregon, where schools were put on a secure hold after a threatening call was made to the high school. Now, as a precaution, external doors for all schools were locked. Students and staff were kept inside. The secure hold was lifted at 3:20, except for the high school. The hold there was lifted at 3:55. Law enforcement have determined that call came from outside the United States and was a case of swatting. To an update now on a missing man found dead in Grant County earlier this week. An autopsy report revealed Ronald Henry showed no signs of trauma. The 34-year-old had been missing since last December. His body was found in a ravine about a mile south of where he was last seen. For now, his death remains inconclusive. Madison police say a 30-year-old man wanted in connection to a deadly shooting on the city's north side last July was arrested yesterday. Charvis Blue is charged with first-degree intentional homicide as a party to a crime in the 2022 shooting that killed 18-year-old LaRon Bynum of Milwaukee. Madison police say Blue was arrested in Milwaukee with help from the U.S. Marshal Service. He's awaiting transfer to the Dane County Jail. Iowa County authorities have identified the woman who was killed in a January shooting. 35-year-old Nicole Bleasner died in a Madison hospital days after suffering critical wounds, and prosecutors have charged 34-year-old Timothy Sontick with homicide by intoxicated use of a firearm. According to the criminal complaint, Sontick claimed the gun went off accidentally after he picked it up. Sontick is currently in the Iowa County Jail on a $250,000 cash bond. Next court appearance set for May 24th. 2 months after a crash that took the life of a local principal, plans to change some parts of Scyene Road in Fitchburg continue to be discussed and developed. But some people who live in that area say these plans to change the road are coming too late. Our Catherine Merck shares what they had to say about the planned improvements.
It is dangerous.
Ron Golish lives near Scyene Road.
My kids are a little older now, but the younger on, I would never let them ride their bikes across it.
Both he and Katie Sellner have been vocal about improvements needed to Scyene Road before the death of Beth Steffen back in January.
We live maybe a block and a half from where the accident took place, so it was upsetting.
They say the beloved educator's death may have caused more conversation about improvements to the road, but it's something they think needed to happen earlier.
I did send an email to the city, I think in December, asking them to put signage.
We spent a lot of time every Wednesday or Thursday and lots of hours going through it. We don't feel like any of our suggestions were taken advantage of.
I spoke with the engineering firm behind the development chosen by the city of Fitchburg. Samantha Herheim says they've been hearing the suggestions from neighbors and they're aiming to include their input in the project.
A lot of the residents have been very engaged throughout the entire process of the project and know that we've been looking at kind of speed solutions and safety solutions throughout the life of the project.
The current proposal calls for lowering the hill to reduce a blind spot on Scyene Road, among other improvements aimed at slowing traffic and providing more safe pedestrian crossings.
There will be more opportunities for pedestrians and bicyclists to utilize the road.
Moving forward, both Katie and Ron say they think this improvement is headed in the right direction, but a life was lost in the process.
It certainly will help, I'm sure.
I feel like they're trying to fix something they could have fixed initially.
Reporting in Fitchburg, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.
The deadly crash that killed Beth Steffen was acknowledged during this week's public meeting about the changes to Scyene Road. Engineers working on the project say they will review more data about that incident once it becomes available. You may not notice the price of gas has been creeping up once again. According to AAA, the national average for a gallon of regular, $3.46 now. That's up about a dime from last week. Now, there is some good news. Prices are likely to go down in the future. Demand for gas is declining faster than supply, and the global price of oil is down. So why the jump? Well, experts say it is likely due to refineries switching right now from winter blend gasoline over to summer blend.
The CDC is suggesting all adults get tested for hepatitis B at least once in their lifetime. Hepatitis B is an illness linked to liver disease and cancer. The CDC estimates 500,000 to 2.5 million people live with hepatitis B, and 2/3 of them might not know about their infection. It spreads through contact with infected blood or bodily fluids, and that can happen during sex, pregnancy, or delivery, or by injecting drugs. Several medications are available to treat people with chronic hepatitis B. There's also a highly effective vaccine against the infection.
A new emergency mental health facility planned for Dane County that would give those in crisis another option for help is on its way to becoming a reality. Our Braden Ross spoke with a mental health expert on what this center means for Dane County. Braden?
Right now, the options for mental health crisis care in Dane County are limited to hotlines, emergency rooms, or jail cells. That's something Dane County Mental Health Crisis Triage Center is hoping to change. Yesterday, Dane County Executive Joe Parisi announced the center has found a home in the former Huber Detention Center. When it opens, it will provide emergency mental health services to those in crisis. It's something mental health experts in Wisconsin say the state is sorely missing.
We need to look at this as something that Dane County is not doing a very good job at. And I'm just excited for this opportunity for us to grow a crisis triage center so that we can take care of the people that just need help. You know, they're not doing anything wrong. They're not criminals. They need mental health care.
The center will work alongside existing mental health crisis resources like Madison's CARES team and the 988 hotline. Now, Executive Parisi says there's still no set opening timeline, but now that they have a building, next up is assessing it for renovations and finding a mental health provider to run the center.
When we come back, how an entire community is giving back some goodness to one another today.
Plus, City of Madison offering a unique canvas for local artists to show off their talents. That's next.
This is Matt Gunderson, and this is Elmer, our canine cuddle ambassador, here to provide good-natured, loving, fuzzy support to further our level of personal care. Someday you might meet Elmer as we assist you with an individual life celebration.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. Check out our lighting showroom and update your home with a coordinated look. Patriot Lighting is available in so many unique finishes, you're sure to find a style that's right for you. With more than 300 stock lights priced under $100. Pick up this flush mount ceiling light for just $29.99 after 11% rebate. Visit our lighting showroom or check out all our lighting options on Menards.com.
Save big money
If you've had a classic Reuben before, then Arby's Reuben will taste quite familiar. But if you haven't, man, oh man, are you in for a wild ride? Arby's, we have the meats.
Sexual assault of an 11-year-old. No prison time. He raped a military veteran, left her for dead. Just 2.5 years. Raped a mentally disabled 14-year-old. Probation. How the heck did this happen? Janet Protasewicz.
If you could go back in time, would you have ruled any differently? I would say no.
Really? No time in prison?
I would say no.
Protasewicz set violent criminals free. Again and again. Tell Judge Protasewicz, stop protecting criminals.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
When you think of professional artwork, you might think of galleries and murals. But in Madison, some of the city's best art can be found on the busiest street corners. As our Nicole Herzog explains, the city is now hoping to give even more local artists a chance to share their work. Nicole?
Yep, 14 new special utility boxes are coming to Madison, and the city is calling all local artists to take part in the project. The project started in 2016 to give local artists a chance to showcase their work. Now, over 60 designed boxes have been placed in the community. One city planner says the project makes an impact on everyone involved.
It's really accessible to people, and it's a simple box that helps make our traffic lights go. And we've really been able to make that a part of, everybody's neighborhoods and experiences in the city.
Any Madison artist over 18 can submit a design. The city recommends using bold graphics and patterns that could be doubled or flipped. Applications are open until April 5th, and you can read more about those guidelines on the city's website.
Nicole, thank you. City of Evansville looking to spread a little goodness around the community today. The city held its first citywide Spread Goodness Day. It was actually founded up in Marquette, Michigan in the UP 6 years ago. Now this year, both Evansville and Stoughton mayors signed a proclamation making it a holiday. Its vision is to see individuals, organizations, and schools create and cultivate their own events and actions on the second Friday of March every year.
We're just so proud that our students and staff love these ideas and jump on. Part of our mission is for all of our students to thrive, contribute, and belong, and this is a really fun way to participate with our community and give back some goodness.
Some of today's activities included students making thank you cards for first responders, the Evansville Police Department delivering sweets to apartments, and local businesses decorating window space and also offering 10% off their purchases. Still ahead, a young girl with a rare disease in need of help.
After the break, we will have her story and some of the ways you can help her and her family.
Plus, Gary's back. A look at the alert day coming this weekend. We'll be right back.
Experience does count. When you're shopping for new furniture, a mattress set, or flooring, come to the experts at McGann Furniture and Flooring in Baraboo. Our experienced staff is well-trained in home decorating and will answer all your questions so you can buy with confidence. You'll find big city selection and an enjoyable shopping experience. And remember, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. Come see the difference experience can make at McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
Two candidates for Supreme Court, two very different beliefs. Judge Janet Protasewicz, she believes women should have the freedom to make their own decisions on abortion. Extremist Dan Kelly, he supports the 1849 law that takes away women's rights and criminalizes abortion, even in cases of rape, incest, and health of the mother. So who represents you? An extremist or a common sense judge? Vote by April 4th.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's connecting you with top medical specialists after a serious injury. It's holding the insurance company responsible for your lost wages and your hospital bills. It's a guarantee that we'll be with you every step of the way and won't accept anything less than the maximum payment you deserve. We'll speak with you for free, and there's no fee until we get results for you. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call us today.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, Our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Only a wise and lucky few understand the amazing benefits of real sauna bathing. Leisure Concepts has Finnish and infrared saunas that set up in a flash and will get you through winter happy and healthy. Now watch closely to see my favorite part of sauna bathing. Get to Leisure Concepts on the Beltline at the Park Street exit.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
It is a rare disorder affecting fewer than 50,000 people in the U.S., but it's one that no parent ever wants to hear their child has. Rett syndrome. It's when a missing protein affects brain development and speaking.
It also creates financial obstacles, and that is why a Fort Atkinson family is looking to the community for help. Arman Rahman has a story you will only see here on News 3 Now.
Meet Amaya Lowry. Like many 5-year-olds, she loves junk food and the movie Trolls on repeat.
It's a phase.
But what sets her apart is not just her retro music taste.
You can get her to do anything for Umbop.
Amaya lives with Rett syndrome.
Ready? Come here. We noticed it at about, I want to say between like 9 and 18 months. Like she wasn't able to get up anymore. So it was just very sad to watch. We went for 3 or 4 years without being able to communicate with her very well.
Rett syndrome is a genetic disease that occurs mostly in young girls and rarely in young boys.
Often they'll lose the ability to speak, and they'll lose the ability to use their hands to do different things.
She's all there mentally, but she's locked inside a body.
But Rett syndrome, like many rare diseases, comes with a massive economic burden. Now, Kara and Tyler have to get a new wheelchair-accessible van for Amaya.
It's just becoming kind of like a safety issue for her with the car seat because, as you can see, she's very tall.
And their safety.
It's basically a deadlift.
A brand new model that will last doesn't come cheap.
Those can run anywhere from like 35 to 60.
They're hosting a GoFundMe Saturday to raise about $50,000.
And part of it is to create awareness around Rett syndrome, and part of it is to help her get her van.
Research into a possible cure for Rett syndrome is still ongoing.
Want some applesauce?
Leaving Amaya to live her life like this.
It's almost like grieving for something that you know she could have had that she probably won't, if we're being realistic about it. Reading. She loves reading.
Thanks to a special keyboard that tracks her eye movements, nothing's stopping her from getting her point across.
She has a button on here that says ha ha ha, and she's real quick with that. So I'm like, you are messing with all of us.
Because like all 5-year-olds, she has a smile that's irresistible and unbreakable.
So I'm happy. Yeah, are you happy? That's awesome. I like it that you're happy.
In Madison, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
There will be a fundraiser for Amaya's van called Driven to Care with 2 euchre tournaments and $5,000 in donated raffle items. So this is happening tomorrow, Saturday, at the Oakland Center Tavern in Fort Atkinson. If you can't make it, an online raffle is also available.
Another alert day in the forecast for the weekend. Here's Gary with a complete look at your forecast.
Yeah, we just got through with one storm this morning, and the next one is on the way for tomorrow night and Sunday, although that one will not be as heavy as what happened last night. Here are some of the snowfall reports, and you can see closer to Lake Michigan, Milwaukee over 10 inches of snow, Sheboygan over a foot, Montello in Green Lake County almost 10 inches of snow, but even into McFarland in eastern Dane County, 8.5 inches, 8 inches at the Dane County Regional Airport, and 7.2 inches here at the station. Farther to the west, the mounts were still pretty high, not quite as high as closer to Lake Michigan, but 8 inches in Muscoda and Linden Station, 7.5 inches in Big Flats, 7.5 inches in Richland County and Rockbridge, 6.3 inches at the National Weather Service in La Crosse, Eastman in Crawford County, closer to the Mississippi River, 4.5 inches. So you can see healthy snow totals no matter where you were. And now this next weather system coming in, we have a first warn weather alert day in the forecast for Saturday night into Sunday morning, although some of the very latest computer model information indicates the snow might linger a little bit longer into Sunday, and that could cause snowfall totals to go up a little bit over the 1 to 4 inches that we're expecting. Right now, the heaviest snow totals are expected to be in areas north of Madison. But here's what we're looking at. This starts 3:30 Saturday afternoon on Future Track. Light snow moves in from the west. Not looking for any heavy snow, but steady light snow through Saturday night. This is midnight, early Sunday morning. into Sunday morning. As we get into Sunday, the snow starts to break up a little bit, become a little more off and on showery in nature. But what happens is this low pressure system tracks almost right over southern Wisconsin. The winds shift around to the west and northwest, and some of the snow kind of returns back from the northeast and drops southward. So that could increase the snowfall totals into at least Sunday evening. Right now, our thinking is about 3 inches just north of Madison, maybe an inch down toward the Illinois state line, 4-5 inches maybe north of Wisconsin Dells. But we may have to increase totals in this area a little bit just because of the fact that we could see that additional snowfall on Sunday. Looking at the national blend of models for Madison, you can see the 50th percentile, about a 50% chance of hitting 3.1 inches, a 10% chance on the high end of 7.4 inches, but even the low end probabilities are still in the 1 to 2 inch range. And we'll widen out the view, and you can see farther to the north, that's where the heavier snow will be. 6 to 9 inches in northern Wisconsin, 9+ inches in parts of northern Minnesota, where we'll have strong winds. Already winter storm warnings in effect up there, and blizzard warnings back across much of North Dakota and western Minnesota. Planning your night across Dane County, low temperature 23 Madison, 23 Sun Prairie, 24 in Deerfield, mostly cloudy skies. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, low temperature 27 in Platteville, 24 in Lone Rock, and 21 in Camp Douglas. It'll be dry for tonight, dry much of the day tomorrow, high of 35, but snow will develop west of Madison late in the afternoon with a high temperature, that high of 35. And again, the heaviest snow totals likely to be north and maybe northwest of Madison, but still looking at a good 2 to 3 inches through much of Dane County. And these might have to go up a little bit if we continue to see that trend on the very latest computer model forecast. But as we take a look at the First Warn 7 to 10 day forecast, once the flurries end on Monday, we'll stay cold through Tuesday, see a warm up for the middle of next week. So the next system brings us a chance of rain showers from Wednesday night into Thursday. We start turning colder again at the end of the week. St. Patrick's Day, maybe some flurry chances, highs in the upper 30s. We'll be in the mid to upper 30s with dry weather for next weekend, and then temperatures rebound back into the 40s for the start of the following week.
And coming up in sports, Mark Murphy was talking Aaron Rodgers at the state girls basketball tournament. What the Packers president had to say about his quarterback. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's Stop the Madness month. If your energy bills are too high, stop the madness. If your comfort is out of balance and you go straight from heat to AC, stop the madness. If you've had it with outside noise, stop the madness. Get insulated now and save up to $2,000 with the energy tax credit plus our madness discount. But the clock runs out at the end of the month, so call today.
USA Insulation.
I'm Scott Peterson, the Peterson Grain Farms, and this is my John Deere. We're a family farm, we raise corn, soybeans. When you walk through their door, you're not a number, you're a name. And they go to their nth degree to get what you need to run your operation. For an example, one night I ate a rock and took the feeder house chain out of our combine. On a Friday night at 8 o'clock, they pulled in to fix that combine, and by 9:30 we were cutting beans again. I'm Scott Peterson of Peterson Grain Farms, and this is why I think Sloan's first.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint for certain.
From working out to catching up, and of course, game night. Your home is the groundwork for all of life's awesome moments. This is Tom Coyle. My family and I say thank you. We're proud to have been a part of this community for 78 years. And during our 78th anniversary event, carpet installation is just $78. Coyle Carpet One Floor and Home. Beautiful, made affordable. Locally owned and operated since 1945.
News 3 Now is always on.
Download the Channel 3000 app and we will send you local breaking news as it happens.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
A high-stakes election for a seat on the Wisconsin Supreme Court. News 3 Now presents a debate between candidates Daniel Kelly and Janet Protasewicz in a Campaign 2023 special. Tuesday, March 21st at 4 p.m. Only on News 3 Now.
Rogers Watch has taken over everything, including the state girls basketball tournament. Packers president Mark Murphy was at the Resch Center, and in between the Division II semifinals, he confirmed that the franchise will honor a trade request from Rogers if he wants it, that the Packers gave permission to the Jets to talk to number 12, and that he expects a resolution by the start of free agency, which would be March 15th. Now to the actual tournament. McFarland back at state for the first time since 1999, the last time they won it all. Spartans looking to bring back another gold ball when it's all said and done in Green Bay this time around. Up first, two-time defending champ Notre Dame in the Division II semifinals. McFarland did not back down. Tegan Mullaney steps back, splashes home the triple. She finished with 23 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds, and a handful of blocks. And Ava Dean was just as good for the Spartans. Off the feed from Mullaney, Dean powers it up and in. She also dropped 23 on the Tritons, but Notre Dame caught fire late and would end McFarland's season 76-70.
We came to show that we belonged here, and I think we did that. These girls worked so hard all season, and I'm just so proud of them. And they really need to be proud of each other. I mean, I don't think that there was a lot of thought that we would be in this game, and we came to play.
It's already been a historic season for the Albany girls basketball team. The Lady Comets are making their first trip to state and looking to do something that's never been done before. Bring home a gold ball. Standing in the way in the semifinals, McDonald Central. It was tough sledding for Albany all game long, but they never stopped playing. Gracie Freitag connects from deep. And then later, it's Abby Hollis. She's going to show off her range. Team high 8 points from her, but wouldn't be enough. Albany's season comes to an end in the Division V semifinals.
You know, I was born and raised in Albany, and I was no different than a lot of small-town kids that said, someday I'm going to get out of here. I can't wait to get out of here. Went off to college, and the first place I wanted to go back to was Albany. And to see the community, the support the last 3 weeks through this tournament journey has been really unreal. And it really means a lot to all of us. And we'll wear that jersey proud.
Always tough when it comes to an end.
It really shows you what it means, a small community when they go to state. Gary, final check of the forecast.
Yeah, right now, just cold out there, but still above freezing temperatures in many locations. That means we're melting a little bit of the snow, but Madison is right at 32 degrees. La Crosse, 34, 35 in Lone Rock. Here in Dane County, already down to 31 in McFarland, 33 degrees in Mount Horeb, and look for mostly cloudy skies this evening. Temperatures dropping into the upper 20s, but again, that first warned weather alert day in the forecast for tomorrow night into Sunday. I'll have some more updates at 10 o'clock. Some of the computer models trying to increase those snow totals a little.
Let's kind of break that computer, shall we? All right. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.